y'all, it's your girl Dom, and we're back at it again with another video. Today I'm coming to y'all with the girl talk. This girl talk is going to be to my ladies that are struggling, not just with just relationships, but just in general. If you're one of those girls that struggle with being lonely, if you're one of those girls that struggle with being depressed, whether you're a guy, whatever the case may be, all are welcome. This video is just not targeted to girls. It is targeted to everybody, whatever gender you consider yourself to be, whatever the case may be. Okay, I want to talk to y'all. A lot of people have come to me in the past couple of days. Dom, how do you do it? How do you be alone? How do you not answer your phone when people call you? How do you sit in this room all day? Not all day, but most of the time. How do you sit with yourself and really be okay with being okay with yourself? One, I was not always okay with, being by myself and being depressed all the time. I was not always okay with being alone. But you know what I did? One day I stopped calling my friends when I felt lonely. One day I stopped calling people and texting people and venting to them when I felt depressed. And you know what I did? I sat with that emotion and I sat down and I really said, why are you so afraid to be alone? I had just got out of a relationship maybe like 4 months ago. What empowered me to say I will never beg a man to stay in my life again is because I realized even in that relationship I was feeling alone. And what drove me to stay there is because I thought maybe one day it would change. Maybe one day the loneliness would be gone. And I know that makes no sense, but if you think about it, it was all a mindset. So my mind was telling me, hey, stay here. And a lot of people tell me, you don't talk to me anymore, you don't text me anymore. It's not because I don't like you. It's not because I don't want to be around you. It's me protecting my peace. I am at peace the most when I'm by myself, when I'm listening to my music, when you are in love with being alone. It is the most dangerous thing because you will not like somebody coming into your space disrupting your peace. I tell my friends all the time, I love you. I am not one of those everyday friends that's gonna be under your ass 24/7. I need you to understand that I am a dependable friend. If you need me, I'm here for you. But I will not be sniffing your ass cheeks 24/7. I will not do it. And a lot of people sit there and they try to discredit when somebody's a loner. Don't discredit them because I promise you they're a lot happier with their life and they're not wondering why somebody's not texting them back. And I'm about to just step on toes right quick. They're not wondering why somebody's not texting them back. They're not doing the most because guess what? All of that energy is going to come into them. And at the end of the day, you're going to be attracted to the loner because you're going to wonder, how can they be alone? I'm still struggling with a partner. I'm still struggling with how to get my partner. You gotta understand, you can't be happy with a man or a woman if you're not happy sitting in this room by yourself, with yourself. If you're not happy sitting with yourself, let me tell you something. When you sit with your partner, you're not gonna know what to talk about because you're so focused on not losing them, keeping them around, keeping them stick around. You're not going to be 100% yourself until you learn how to really fully love yourself and really love being around. I love my own company, y'all. I can't tell y'all how much I love it. People will see me alone and they'll be like, Dom, how do you do it? And I'm just like, listen, let me tell you something. You gotta be prayed up. Because this is the world that we're in right now. We're going through a spiritual warfare and not a lot of people understand that. Not a lot of people understand that this shit is real. Spiritual warfare is real. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pray for strength. If you're going through depression, you gotta pray for strength that everything's gonna be okay. You gotta pray that loneliness that you're feeling, like God will fill you up. And not a lot of you are religious. A lot of you are atheists. A lot of you Catholic. At the end of the day, I don't care what you are. You need to believe in something because I'm gonna tell you something. When those nights and those depression, that's why a lot of people don't realize when you have somebody that is suicidal, it's a mind thing. Because they think these thoughts are real, but realistically, you're just sitting in your bed. You're crying, you're thinking about all the negative thoughts. Sometimes you're hungry. All of these thoughts go through your head. Realistically, all you're doing is putting your brain in a mode where it thinks something like you're in danger, so now you're overly stressing, and That's what people don't understand. That's why meditation is the most important thing. I sit here and I meditate and I really understand my emotions. I write poetry. I write my songs. I express my anger through my songs. I express my anger through my workouts. And I really, 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 really be sweating, y'all, because I'm telling you, when you really sit with yourself and feel that shit that you don't want to feel, for example, like I said, that breakup was the hardest breakup for me, especially when I knew the reason why we broke up. To this day, I pray for Buddy, because at the end of the day, whether it was he doing me bad or I did him bad, you gotta understand, when somebody does something bad to you, you do not have to pity party yourself. Poor me. God, why me? I'm the nicest person in the world. I do anything for everybody. I will give you the shirt off my back. When you have pity parties for yourself, all you're doing to yourself is making yourself think that you're above everything else and you're perfect. As human beings, nobody is perfect. I'm pretty sure you put somebody in the same predicament that person that did you wrong put you in. But you don't see it like that because you're constantly putting yourself in that pity party mode. When you constantly put yourself in a pity party and you're like, oh, my grades aren't good, my parents are disappointed in me, I'm not doing this, I'm not going here, I'm not doing this. When you constantly stress about not getting to where you need to be in life, at the end of the day, you gotta understand, tomorrow is not promised to nobody. And as people, we get it so messed up. We think, oh, you know, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. It's okay to plan for your future, but when you're stressing about things that you don't need to stress about, when you're constantly like, oh, I didn't get this job, I didn't get into this school, I didn't do this. Listen, just talking about it, my energy went from calm to like, what am I gonna do about this? What am I gonna do about that? When you understand the art of really being okay with yourself, I don't care who you're with. For example, even just talking to people now, I have to be careful and I have to protect my energy because sometimes I forget how to practice, you know, being alone for a while, and then I get around somebody new and I start liking them and I forget, hold on, Dominique, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? Like, at the end of the day, you were doing so good alone, and I'd be forgetting, like, listen, even talking to the person that I'm talking to, it's hard because sometimes I'll be like, what is he doing? Where is he at? Like, we're not together, so what is he, you know? And those thoughts start going through my head, and it's hard to get them out once they're in because, like I said, I went through something traumatic, but I will never sit there and have a pity party again with myself. I wish I knew now. I wish I knew then what I know now. And what I didn't know then is that those pity parties that I was having for myself only put me in deeper shit than I was. For example, I would get cheated on. Pity party about that. I'm the nicest girl you ever have met. Like, I do anything for you. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you cheating on me? And y'all, I would break down and I would be like, oh my god, y'all, it was just bad. It was bad as fuck. You know, it was just so bad because it was just like, yo, are you doing this to me? I don't do nothing but help you. I do nothing but try to make sure you're doing good in life. Why are you doing this to me? And y'all, I would go off on dude. But let me tell you something. I wish I knew then that I can't force anybody to love me, to text my phone, to call me when they get home. You can't force that shit. You will end up with somebody, people that try to force people to stay into their life end up with people that make them fucking miserable. Can I talk about it? I don't care how much history you have with a person. You have to love yourself enough that if that person is not exceeding your expectations, and this is another thing, expectations fuck you over. I'm sorry, but can I talk about it? Expectations really mess you over because I'm gonna tell you something. For example, I was talking to one of my friends. Let's just say that. I was talking to one of my friends and I was just like, yo, such and such ain't gonna make the cut because he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't do this. But then I listened to myself, y'all, and I said, yo, Dom, what are you talking about? You sit there and you talk to people and you tell people about how to be positive, how to do this, how to do that. But what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Because realistically, if you think about it, you're doing the same thing they're doing, that you're sitting over there preaching about. Honestly, it just became a sudden realization that I was just like, yo, it's not that you shouldn't have expectations for people, but when your expectations are for them to be perfect, and when I mean, for example, my relationships and what I thought a relationship should have been is so much, my idea of what a relationship should be is so much different than it was before. I used to feel like, oh my God, if he's not doing this, he's not a good boyfriend. If he's not doing this, he don't need to talk to me. If he's not doing this, what are we doing? You know? And I said to myself, I said one day, I said, why do you expect him to do something you're not willing to do? And I had to open my eyes and I said, you know, it's not that I wanted him to be perfect. It's that when I wasn't getting called like I wanted to, when things weren't going my way, I thought they were shitty, basically. And as a person, we are so accustomed to, if things don't go our way, it's like, yeah, no, I'll pass. But nobody is realistically perfect. I'm not telling you to teach somebody how to love you, but you gotta tell them what you like and what you don't like, because if you don't tell them, you can't get mad if they don't do what you ask them to do or what you want them to do. Nobody's a mind reader. And for all my ladies, if you're struggling with the man and you're constantly telling him how to treat you, you're constantly telling him something irks your nerves, and he's not changing for shit, you got a couple of months before that relationship goes down the drain. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. A man that wants you will be ready before you're ready. Because men know what they want. If you gotta tell him constantly, or ask him, or you're suspicious about if he really, really wants you and if he really is gonna change for you, if you gotta question it, it ain't yours. You know? Just saying. Told you I was gonna start stepping on toes. It's okay, because I have to step on my own toes to... These are really good guys and they're healthy. They're called pretzel crisp. They're like really thin pretzels. Like literally really thin pretzels. They're so good. But yeah, y'all. Everything's a mindset. If you're constantly thinking somebody's doing something, or you really gotta heal yourself. And I'm not saying, you know, because stuff like that, you gotta kind of push yourself in a situation with somebody so you can truly heal those fears. Because that's one thing that I know for a fact. You're not gonna really be able to heal by yourself. You need somebody to show you that people are not always gonna be like that. But I'll be honest with you, it's hard because you're so used to and accustomed to somebody doing that to you that you sabotage yourself. I'm so mad. You sabotage yourself in your relationship. Y'all, I used to get anxious about a text back, call back, what he doing, who he talking to, who he sleeping with, who he sleeping next to. Now I'm just like, I hope he gets home safe. I'm being honest. I hope he gets home safe. And if he's doing something, I know I kept the G, so that's up to him, God, and karma. I don't bug out like I used to. with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this. But I'm about to take a nap, y'all, because I'm tired. I've been out since like 5 o'clock this morning. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've been out since 11. Love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Keep that good ass vibe, you feel me? It's your girl Dom. It's been real. Peace out.